Good morning. As this is the official closing of the 2019-2020 school year, I would like to start by acknowledging and thanking the Coast Salish people whose traditional territory Brentwood College School resides on. I express our gratitude to the Malahat and Cowichan nations. We value the opportunity to learn, live, and share educational experiences on this traditional territory. Welcome to all of you to our closing ceremonies for the 2019-2020 school year. For the first, and I hope last time, coming to you via YouTube. Having done a few of these now, we definitely miss the energy of over 1,200 people that would usually be sitting in front of me under the big top on Campbell Common. In this environment, my dad jokes don't receive the same laughter or groans. And again, I don't hear you. I'll get over it though, and now on with the show. Let me start with a few thank yous. Thank you to our Board of Governors for their steadfast commitment to and leadership of our school. We take the lead from these 17 volunteers that are largely made up of old Brentonians and past parents. Their long-term vision will ensure that future generations have the privilege of walking on this campus. In a few moments, I'll welcome the chair, Mr. Blair Horn, to bring greetings from the board. Thank you to our staff, all 270 strong. They are the keepers of our flame and continue to ensure that our values are passed on from generation to generation. During this extraordinary time, it is not surprising to me that they have gone even more above and beyond for our students. My deepest gratitude goes to our staff. Thank you to our parents. Whether this is your last year or your first year with us, your unwavering belief in Brentwood is both overwhelming and appreciated. Your character, like so many in our community, was on full display during this awkward final term. You played many of our roles: house parents, getting kids going in the morning or evening, depending on your time zone. You became teachers of calculus, history, grammar, or Metamorphosis 9. You became chefs during meals, including providing some pretty awesome cookie break snacks. To round out our tripartite program, you morphed into art instructors and athletics coach. Perhaps your greatest challenge was becoming me, the grumpy, gray, and goofy head of school. Thank you, parents, for sharing your children with us. Finally, my most important thank you goes to our students. Whether you're one of our wee grade 8s that enjoyed kicking a soccer ball on Campbell Common, or the grade 9s that bonded during Strathcona, or the grade 10s that doubled their class size just 1 year, or the grade 11s that developed a quiet confidence to soon take on the mantle of leadership, or the graduating class of 2020, who are the real stars of this school year. All of you, instead of taking shortcuts or throwing in the towel or complaining, you all looked up, stood up, and never gave up. You helped us, you helped me manage my way through this final term. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. Thank you, students of Brentwood College School. I am fortunate to work alongside an amazing staff, and sadly, some will not be returning. And I would like to acknowledge all of them right now. Firstly, to 8 of our departing residential faculty. Carter Filion. During his 1 year with us, Carter was the gentle giant of Rogers House and a wonderful role model for our rugby program. We wish him well in his return to university. Michael Venema, also a 1 year man. Mr. Gage describes Mike as someone that is patient, thoughtful, and humble. His passion for coaching soccer was evident as his junior boys team won the ISABC championship. Sophie Ackert. After joining us in October 2018, Sophie's time in our house was impactful. Whether baking cookies in the kitchen or hanging out in the common room, she was a caring and approachable member of the Allard family. Sophie's contributions to volleyball and rowing were also much appreciated. Jacob Norman. As an old Brentonian, Jacob has a unique insight into life at Brentwood. In Privet House, he was a fun and helpful person whose energy matched that of the boys. His ability to connect with students on a personal level was much appreciated. His passion for the outdoors and presence at our climbing wall will be sorely missed. Tim Van Vliet, another old Brentonian who continues to stay connected with his school. Tim's leadership in Privet House was appreciated. The boys were grateful for his life advice, prep help, and empathetic approach. Until their season was cut short due to the pandemic, the girls' rugby team was poised for a banner year, and his coaching of these girls will be missed. Adam Rodriguez. Ellis House will not be the same without Adam. He is a true tripartite man, with passions for music, hockey, the outdoors, and science. We are pleased that he will be pursuing a degree in education at UBC, and I'm hopeful he will consider one day plying his trade at Brentwood. Katrina Tarrant. For 4 years, Katrina has done everything from duty in Allard House to one-on-one support in the Learning Center to coaching rowing. So that she can continue to help students find their confidence to succeed, this year she began a master's degree in counseling psychology. Hundreds of students have been positively impacted by Katrina, and we are thankful for her service. Natasha Ostapovich. Over the last 3 years, Natasha quickly ascended and took on numerous roles at Brentwood. She was the RFA coordinator, strength and conditioning specialist, staff wellness coordinator, tour coordinator, rowing and field hockey coach, and so much more. Natasha is moving to New Zealand, where she hopes to find a full-time PE role. She will be fondly remembered and dearly missed. Before continuing with 2 more farewells, our RFAs have put together a video for our students. Enjoy.
Hey guys, just wanted to say thank you to all the staff, students, and everyone that made this past year at Brentwood an awesome experience for me. I grew a lot as a person, and I'm really sorry that we could not spend the 3rd term together, as when I was graduating school it was probably the best time ever. Thank you to the Rogers House boys, Mr. Snow, Mr. Thompson, Mr. Sullivan, Miss Mertland, and Mr. Patel for making everything possible this year. And also, thanks to the RFA group. Miss you guys.
Hello from Ontario. I miss you guys. And a message to the class of 2020. Although these aren't the best of times, you guys are the best, and this is your time. So congratulations.
Hey Brentwood. I am so grateful to have had this time with you at Brentwood this time around. Authenticity, I think, is something that I really value, and I love it when people are authentic and vulnerable. And I think as a student body, it's one of the things I most admire. And so I'm sorry I don't get to say goodbye to some of you, and I may not be able to see some of you going forward, but I wish you well, and keep it risky. Take care.
Hi all, I am here in beautiful Mill Bay, BC, wishing I was watching you guys walk from arts classes right now to the graduating class, and to those who won't be returning next year. I will miss you all, and to those of you who will be returning, I look forward to seeing you for the 2020-2021 school year. Have a good summer, guys.
Hey everyone, I'd just like to say a huge thank you for making my first year here at Brentwood. It's just such an awesome experience. So many of you touched myself and my daughter's life and just made us feel like making the transition from Africa back to Canada was the right one. Really appreciate you. Wish we could have had a proper goodbye, especially with the grads. Wish you the best of luck, and hope our paths cross somewhere along the road someday. Cheers.
Hey everyone. I want to say thank you for accepting me into the Brentwood family for a year. I had a really good time working with everybody from the soccer team to pottery, but especially with the Whittle House. All right, I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope you have a good summer, and I wish you the best in the future.
Congrats everyone on making it to the end of the year. To the grads, good luck next year and in your future. I hope everyone has a great summer.
Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful year. It's been an absolute pleasure. I wish you the best of luck for your futures, whatever that may be. To the grade 12s, have a wonderful year at university, or if you're not going to university, whatever you're doing, I hope it's fun. I hope you enjoy it. I wish you all the best of luck.
Goodbye, Brentwood. It's been wonderful working here for the last 2 years. I'm going to miss everyone so much, particularly all the girls in Allard. I hope to see you soon.
Hey Brentwood, I just wanted to say thank you for an amazing 4 years here. You have all made such an impact on my life, and I'm going to miss you all very much. And a special congratulations to the grads of 2020. Lots of you I've seen grow up since grade 9, and I wish you all the best of luck on your next adventure.
Hi everybody. We just want to say we're really grateful to have been a part of this community, and we're going to miss you guys so much. To the grads, good luck in your future endeavors, and don't be a stranger. If you need something, reach out. And everybody else, have a great summer, and we'll miss you.
Brentwood, I wanted to take just a second and say thank you so much for letting me be part of your journey this last year. It's unfortunate that it had to end the way that it did, but you know, life on life's terms, right? In a world that you can be absolutely anything, choose kindness and be kind in all your actions. Kind words, kind actions, kind hands. Gonna miss you all so much. Be well.
Thank you for those kind and supportive messages. Our students are very much loved by our RFAs. There are 2 more people that I would like to acknowledge. First, Peggy Elms. For the past 23 years, Peggy has been, as Ms. Widmeyer describes, the queen of ceramics at our school. As a professional potter, she provided positive and practical teachings to generations of Brentonians. It is not surprising that pottery is one of our most desired arts options. The kinesthetic nature of having your hands in clay attracted a diverse group of students, including most of our finest athletes. Before it became common 21st century educational concepts, her willingness to personalize the experience for each child and allow them to demonstrate their learning separates her from others. She was even willing to teach me how to make a vase that quickly became a pot, then a plate, then let's just call it a very small plate. During her time with us, she also supported our Learning Center and was a duty staff member in both Allard and Rogers House. Peggy is a proud Brentwood mom to Connor, Rogers 2010, and joins her husband in retirement. We look forward to her continued connection with the school, and we thank you, Peggy. Wendy Haslam. Since 1989, Wendy has met 7,000 students, passed through the gates over 10,000 times, and helped launder, get this, 12 million tons of clothing. A lifetime of work for anybody, but Wendy is not anybody. Her upbeat, positive, and yes, diminutive presence lifted our spirit for 31 years. Wendy played an important role in our facility shift from the old laundry space in the basement of Privet House to its current location in Crooks Hall. Like the rest of her team, she was buoyed by engaging with the students, dressing up for Halloween, and having plenty of laps, usually at my expense. Even though her 4'10" stature makes her grade 8 worthy, the hole that she leaves in our hearts is infinite. As one of our longest serving staff members, Wendy, we salute your dedication, loyalty, and service. You will be missed, and you will always be a Brentonian. Congratulations. Before I welcome our next speaker, I want to thank again our Board of Governors, who from the start, whether in 1923, 1962, or March 2020, have provided steady, strategic, and sensible guidance to our school. As someone that collaborates with hundreds of schools around the world, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that Brentwood's governance model sets the global standard. To bring greetings from the board, please welcome Old Brentonian from Whittle House, class of 1979, and Chair of the Board of Governors, Mr. Blair Horn.
Thank you for that introduction, Bud. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a simple job today. Two things. One, a welcome, and two, a congratulations for this year's graduating class. So let me start with the welcome. This is a unique day, but mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, extended family, and friends, we are thrilled that you can join us today for this virtual ceremony. I wish I wasn't doing this from North Vancouver. I wish we were all together on Campbell Common at the school, and I hope that we don't do too many more of these. But we're thrilled you can join us, and I have every confidence that school will deliver a fantastic virtual grad ceremony today. So, secondly, on behalf of the board, I'd like to extend a very heartfelt congratulations to all of this year's graduates. Many of us on the board were in your seats a few years ago. I suspect others on the board were a bit like me and somewhat cynical. But I can tell you now, I really understand how big a deal this is. This is a really fantastic accomplishment, and you should all be tremendously proud, and your family should be proud, and I know the school is proud of your accomplishments. You're a tough and resilient bunch, and finishing grade 12 online was not the plan for you. But I'm sure that you will come out of this even more resilient than you were going into it. So congratulations, well done, well deserved. Now, for those of you who may have paid attention to remarks from me in previous years, you might remember I've made a special request. I'm going to make that request again this year. And the request is that each student, each graduating student, and families find their way to stay connected with the school. You're all in this experience, and it is a busy time, and parents and families are all in as well in their own way. When you move on to the next chapter of your life, you're going to be all in there. And you're going to be all in the chapter that follows that and the one that comes after that. And it's very easy to lose touch with your friends and colleagues and the school. That was certainly what happened for me. So the request is, please find your way to stay connected. The school this year has students from 44 different countries in it. And when you spread those connections around the world, the value of your experience at Brentwood and the value of the experience at Brentwood for people who follow you will increase. So please do what you can to keep us all connected. With that, I will get out of the way so you can get to the rest of the day. Again, to the grads, congratulations. This is a big milestone. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Mr. Horn and governors. Our graduating class has endured challenges that very few have. Their journey took them from the highs of leadership, university admissions, and expectations of their final term on campus to the sudden shift to distance learning, the uncertainty of return, and the loss of their final term on campus. Through it all, however, they never gave up. They will always be fondly remembered as a historical class, the class of resilience, commitment, and service. To make a presentation on behalf of the class of 2020, please welcome the grad class president, Desola Ogunlade.
At the very beginning of the year, the 2020 grad class set a goal to raise $10,000 for an endowed bursary fund in our name. This bursary fund is given as financial assistance to a student every year in perpetuity. Not only have we, the class, been working towards this goal, but assistance from parents through the annual giving donations have assisted greatly. I would like to give extensive thanks to all who have helped and supported all our Class of initiatives this year. I'm extremely proud to say that this year our class has reached our goal and raised $10,000. And with the help of parent donations, we have collectively raised $90,000 for the 2020 grad bursary fund. In this time of global uncertainty, it was understandable how a grand goal of $100,000 was not reached this spring. But nevertheless, to help us in reaching that goal of $100,000, Brentwood is continuing to work towards raising an additional $10,000 to endow this fund. So on behalf of my class, I say thank you, Brentwood, and thank you, parents. Your generosity is forever treasured. Most of all, I would like to recognize all 16 members and both honorary members of this year's grad council. Your tireless leadership in running and hosting many school events like Snowball, Air Band, and every fundraiser and grad event in between set a positive tone for the rest of the class, and I could not be prouder of each and every one of you. For the remainder of the class, raising $10,000 was no ordinary high school task. And as you have witnessed, the Brentwood grad class of 2020 is one to be described as resilient. Although our last 3 months were cut short, the hard work and effort put in prior was one that can never be forgotten. Dimanu and Manum, from hand to hand, poses the question, what will you leave behind and what will you pass on to those after you? Not only does the 2020 grad class leave behind our bursary fund, but we leave behind the virtues of perseverance, leadership, and most of all, strength. When the going got tough, we got going. So, don't remember us as the grad class who lost their graduations and lost their final goodbyes. Remember us as the group that rallied regardless of circumstance and came out stronger, together. We are the real-life examples of grit and joy. To Manu and Manum, from our hands, now to yours. Thank you.
Thank you to Sola. As demonstrated by our grad class, service is an essential part of the Brentwood experience. Whether on or off campus, all of us are expected to give back to our communities. To celebrate those that have gone above and beyond, please welcome our leader of empathy, Miss Julie Murray.
It is my honor to present the Service Awards to those in our community who have prioritized being in service to others as a key value in forming their Brentwood experience this year. Students receiving their pins today have volunteered their time and energy not only on our campus, but in the greater Cowichan Valley, their home communities, and communities abroad. Without the efforts of these students, the events and initiatives organized by SAC, BEAT, Omni, Spark, and Grad Council, as well as house events, tours, TEDx, special events, and SEC meetings would simply not have been possible. Service pins are awarded to the students, regardless of grade, who have reached the following levels for volunteer hours: bronze 100 hours, silver 200 hours, and gold 300 hours. Receiving their bronze pin today are the following: Receiving their silver pin today are the following: Receiving their gold pin today for 300 hours of service, Jaden Jung, Sophia Khan, Ash Mueller, Freya Podlasly. On behalf of the entire Brentwood community, I would like to offer my congratulations and gratitude to all of the recipients for so generously volunteering their time in service of others. The South Cowichan Rotary Club Scholarship Award is to be presented to a graduating student who has demonstrated throughout his or her tenure at the school a willingness to adopt and utilize the ideals of Rotary's four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and friendship? And finally, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Receiving the scholarship worth $1,000 is Sarah Richards. Congratulations, Sarah.
Thank you, Ms. Murray, and our students for their service. You will soon receive the closing day program, where we have once again included information from all major components of school life. And I encourage you to review these highlights. The 2019-20 school year will be remembered for welcoming 190 new students from over 30 countries, onboarding a number of new staff members, transitioning leadership roles in senior administration, house parents, teachers, and clubs, passing the torch of leadership to our new student body, and of course, the highs and lows of academics, arts, and athletics. However, much of this amazing journey has been overshadowed by the challenges and opportunities of the past 3 months. As the heavy metal band of the 80s Cinderella put it, you don't know what you got until it's gone. I would sing it for you, but I'm fearful that my rendition would likely go viral. Brentwood has been stress tested to see how we would adapt, trust each other, and deal with lingering uncertainty. And while not perfect, our community has taken on this adversity, remained connected, and finished the race. Brentwood's grit and joy were on full display, and I was energized by our school's ability, as my mother would often say to me, to just get on with it. Like many of you, articles, stories, tweets, and even TikToks are shared with me by my well-meaning friends, sometimes to entertain and sometimes to educate. I tend to receive more of the latter than the former. During this pandemic, I was inundated with advice about creating positive habits, how to hang out with friends through Zoom, and reap the benefits of getting outside and enjoying nature. In this sea of stories, a study by the Brookfield Institute for Innovation and Entrepreneurship at Toronto's Ryerson University caught my eye. Entitled, Ahead by a Decade, Employment in 2030. Their 18-month study distilled 5 key skills required for success today and 10 years from now. First, memorization. The ability to recall terms, numbers, and details remains important for not just employment, but for life. While access to an infinite amount of information is just a Google search away, not being reliant on a keystroke or a calculator remains essential. Memorize, memorize, and memorize. Number 2, a fluency of ideas. The ability to connect big ideas in a meaningful and even sequential way is a vital skill we must all acquire. The study found that over 70% of careers, particularly those in creative industries, business, and science, deem fluency of ideas as essential. Connect, connect, and connect. Thirdly, persuasion. Debaters and future lawyers will rejoice because articulating an idea or point of view in both written and oral forms will continue to be important. Human resource departments would place this into the bucket of impact and influence. The ability to motivate and move people from A to B is essential for success. Persuade, persuade, and persuade. Number 4, instructing. Teachers can rejoice. Coaching, mentoring, and training others will be even more highly valued over the next decade. The ability to teach in a constantly changing environment and through multiple platforms will give us a leg up on the competition. Thinking about how quickly and seamlessly and successfully our faculty pivoted during the COVID-19 pandemic provides an excellent example for our students. Teach, teach, and teach. And finally, service orientation. I was pleased to see this essential skill included in their top 5. Frankly, this is not new. Serving others is an ancient construct. Giving to others has always been part of the human experience. Think about your family unit. Someone prepares food, washes dishes, mows lawns, or even, dare I say, walks the dog. These moments of giving are building positive habits that contribute to the greater good. In a strange way, however, serving others is a selfish act. The dopamine hit we receive when our actions garner a thank you, an appreciative look, or seeing someone else succeed lifts our spirits. Serve, serve, and serve. Memorization, fluency of ideas, persuasion, instructing, and service orientation. I would argue that Brentwood is perfectly positioned to develop these skills. Across our boarding and tripartite programs, students are encouraged, cajoled, and at times forced to work on these skills. Brentwood's combination of space, staff, and systems create the ideal platform to prepare for 2020 and 2030. If the spirit of this school year can be replicated going forward, these 5 essential skills will always be forged at Brentwood College School, a place of learning that is seemingly ahead of its time. As head of school, it is a privilege to be part of this great family. Thank you. It is now my honor, and with some sadness, that, for the final time, I invite our head prefect, Oludemije Olatimbosan, to address you. There is a 15-minute window every Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. where my calendar is blocked out. Not the chair of the board, the 2 deputy heads, or even Mrs. Patel can interrupt me at this time. I call it my Didi time. That precious time is a sanctuary of rich ideas, open dialogue, and advocacy for making our school a better place. Her wisdom and guidance through the most challenging circumstances helped lift me off the canvas of self-pity. The Saudi time zone difference, a major knee injury, or COVID-19 could not wipe away her smile, her work ethic, or her positive action orientation. We will all miss her. On a personal note, I can say unequivocally that Didi made me better. I am humbled and I am grateful to know her. Brentwood, please welcome your head prefect, Oludemije Olatimbosan.
Hi everyone, students, grads, families, friends, faculty, and anyone else who may be watching. Welcome to my vlog. I really think that's the only appropriate thing to call this, as I'm dressed up and made up, but we all know within minutes of me delivering this message, I'm about to be in sweats and on my couch. Further qualifying this as a vlog is the fact that I really can't tell if you're listening or not. You could be hanging on to my every word or making a sandwich in your kitchen. Either way, welcome. I'm really grateful for the platform I've been given to talk to you all for the past year, and even more grateful for those who've made it possible for me to properly address you for the last time, irregardless of us not being physically together. Anyways, I don't want to dwell too much on the reason why we're not all under a big white tent in the Mill Bay summer heat, because we've talked about that enough. The COVID-19 situation has, however, really gotten me into podcasts. Nerdy, I know, but some of them are really good. My favorite is super simple. The host asks her celebrity guests about the best piece of advice they've ever received, and in return she says, "Whoa, that's good." That's it. So in true fashion of what the youth call story times, I'd like to bring you on a trip down memory lane, offering some advice along the way, and hopefully you pause from spreading the mustard on your sandwich bread and say, "Whoa, that's good." Or like, I'll settle for slight variations, like maybe, "Meh, that was all right." I don't know. To my young ones, my future grade 8s and 9s, first of all, I want to apologize. Like genuinely apologize, because we older students, staff, and faculty really do mess with you just for the sake of it. I mean, can we talk about the fact that we make grade 8s sit on the stairs of the Bunch Theater during assemblies, or that we impose arbitrary punishments on our grade 9 boarders? Still, you guys taking it like champs, and I commend you for that, so pat yourself on the back. Here's the advice I have for you guys. When I was in grade 9, I tried out for the junior A volleyball team. I'd played back home in Saudi for the past couple of years, and I'd been considered good by those standards. When I got to Brentwood, my entire concept of the sport fell apart. My tryout was okay, but I guess not good enough to fully convince the coaches, because though I made the roster, they said to me, "We think you have potential, but there's a lot of room for growth." They said I could attend practices, but that the likelihood of taking me along for tournaments was quite low. It sucked, until it didn't. I decided to show up to every practice to show them how eager I was to learn, eager to get better, that I deserved to be there. I think I did a decent job, because not to toot my own horn or anything, but they brought me to every single tournament, ignoring the conditions they'd initially set out. I guess what I want you young ones to know is that you have to keep showing up. Yeah, we make fun of you and try to rattle you, but keep showing up, keep striving for better, because it's character building, and you will most definitely get to where you want to be. Now, for my future grade 10s, I'm going to tell you the exact opposite. What makes Brentwood special is the connections we get to make with one another, but that's also its tragic flaw. From house meetings where we tend to pile on top of one another as if there's no other places in the room to sit, to blasting Hannah Montana tunes on the road, to a tournament, and feeling the heat of the bus increase from all the hot breath of singing. We're constantly surrounded by people. In my grade 10 year, I distinctly remember 2 occasions where I just felt like I needed to get out. The first was around October, November, and I was just over it. Everything. So I called my aunt and my uncle in Calgary and asked them if they would let me come live with them if I enrolled in public school over there. Keep in mind, I hadn't discussed this with my own parents who were back home in Saudi, but I had a plan and I was ready to execute. They eventually calmed me down, and here I am, happy and complete, so I guess that worked out. But at the time, I was dead serious. The second scenario was kind of a reoccurring event. Us students know that Saturday night dawns runs with all of your friends are Brentwood tradition. It's just the way it is. Sometimes, however, if I wasn't really vibing with the whole social interaction thing, I'd walk at the back of the group on the way up so that when nobody was paying attention, I'd slip away and head back to my room to watch Netflix. It sounds sad, but it really wasn't. Maybe my execution of finding time for myself wasn't the best, but I guess what I'm trying to say is to try and figure out strategies to take care of yourself as an individual first. Everything else will follow, I promise. Now, to the next set of grade 12s. Yeah, I know I skipped the grade 11s. I'll come back for you guys at the end. To the grade 12s. My advice is very simple. This is your veteran year. You're a seasoned Brentonian, whether it's your first, second, third, fourth, or fifth year at Brentwood. So, believe me when I say that you will be treated as such. They say everyone looks up to the grade 12s and that this is not the year to be messing around because you're setting a bad example. Now, don't be disrespectful or make negative contributions to the community, ever. But I'd encourage you to push your luck a little to try and define for yourself who you want to be when you leave this place. Is it colorful patterned socks that really get you going? Will you die if your kilt isn't rolled 14 times? If yes, I can't tell you not to do these things. Mr. Sullivan may say he can. Miss Hall may think she can, but that's only if they catch you. I remember Mr. Lee telling me that sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness rather than beg for permission. And those, my friends, are words to live by. Okay, this section here. Okay. Let's start with my heroes. Miss Lana, Chef David, Chef Morgan, Miss Gisela, and all of their friends in the kitchen. They are the embodiment of a growth mindset. According to my taste buds, the food here has only gotten better and increased in quality by the year. And honestly, it's quite ridiculous. You want poke bowls? They've got it. Hawaiian barbecue braised ribs? They've got it. Poke bowls with Hawaiian braised barbecue ribs with creamy slaw and rice? They've got it. You want that all to go with a bow on top with the ketchup and napkins in the bag with the receipts stapled to the side? They've got you. I have no advice for these guys. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll be back for brunch in a few months. This mindset isn't exclusive to the kitchen staff. Their willingness to step everything up to the next level is total madness, but it's the culture of our Brentwood staff, laundry, maintenance, house parents, teachers, coaches, nurses, and all the adults combined. You'd think they'd hit a roof, that at some point there was a cap to their abilities, that they'd tap out and say, I'm out, past my limit. But I promise you, that quality doesn't exist within them. I mean, those of you who've had Miss Richardson as a teacher know that there's always something new to learn and a brand new way to learn it. Our Brentwood adults don't stop, and we are so grateful for that. Okay, parents, let's have a little chat. You know, I thought about it, and it must be so difficult sending your children to an unfamiliar place with unfamiliar people and just sitting back hoping you've made the right choice. Again, I'll keep it simple on this one. Trust that your kids are in good hands, but prepare yourselves for the days you will have to burn bridges or swing bats to defend them. People aren't perfect, so no institution can be either. As kids, we appreciate having you there as a line of defense and support. All right, so I'm sure you're wondering why I've saved the future grade 11s up until now. They say to save the best for last. That's not what this is. I think I'm just genuinely, deeply confused at the thought of Yahya Jama being a senior. He said, and I quote, "People think I'm stupid because what I'm saying is just so intellectual. They just don't understand." This is coming from the boy who thought it was a good idea to spend the night on the trampoline, outdoor trampoline, proceeded to get rained on, and thought, I'm gonna lay on top of my laptop to protect it from the rain and just hope that it goes away. Intellectual, indeed. Yahya aside, this group is full of amazing individuals who I'm positive have the ability to make Brentwood an even better place than it already is. You're not babies anymore, and I'm so excited to see what you do with your new freedoms and responsibilities. So, that's the end. No need to like, comment, or subscribe because this is real life. And the lessons and the people that have impacted me along the way mean a lot more to me than that. Anyways, you all know the emotional sappy stuff is not my thing, so we're gonna end this as a celebration. For the last time, today is National Road Trip Day. We're all setting foot to new roads, but I have a feeling, just a hunch, that someday our paths will cross again. Thank you. Bye, Brentwood.
Thank you, Dee Dee. In keeping with our week-long theme of celebrating excellence, our major annual awards are presented to students who have demonstrated through their attitude, attributes, and most importantly, actions, the commitment to make Brentwood a better place. Our two deputy heads are shining examples of people that make Brentwood better. These student-centered, down-to-earth, and exceptional leaders deserve our gratitude and appreciation. They make it easier for me to adopt a new role at the school. It's called the Director of Hanging Out, or DHO for short. As we speak, Mr. McPherson is making business cards for me. Look for those in the fall. Without further ado, I invite our two deputy heads, Ms. Mertland and Mr. Sullivan, to present the 2020 Major Annual Awards.
In each of the awards ceremonies for athletics, arts, and academics, the names of colors winners were shown. It is our pleasure to recognize the students who have excelled in all three areas of our tripartite program by earning triple colors, as well as those who have shown excellence by earning 95% or more to be awarded a Heads Award. In grade 9, Avik Bakshi, triple colors Heads Academics Award. Ariel Chiam, Heads Academics Award. Ty Dahlstrom, Heads Academics Award. Ella Descato, Heads Athletics Award. Jack Doler, Heads Academics Award. Dylan Gage, Heads Athletics Award. Alana Harrison, Heads Athletics Award. Thomas McDonald, Triple Colors, Heads Academics Award. Jensa Napier-Ganley, Heads Athletics Award. Miranda Navarro Perez, Heads Athletics Award. Athena Romano, Heads Arts Award. Lily Schmidt Engelberts, Triple Colors. Sophia Sol, Heads Arts Award. In grade 10, Nicole Chan, Triple Colors. Lucinda Gullison, Heads Academics Award. Jocelyn Linarchich, Heads Athletics Award. Amy Pavlis, Triple Colors. Will Peary, Heads Academics Award. Solon Rios, Heads Academics Award. Julian Wan, Heads Academics Award. In grade 11, Tarek Alansari, Heads Academics Award. Mahir Aurora, Heads Arts Award. Roheen Arun, Heads Arts Award. Ifani Ayadino, Heads Athletics Award. Ankit Bakshi, Heads Arts Award. Sloan Benoit, Heads Academics Award. Annika Berg, Triple Colors. Anthony Birkinshaw, Triple Colors. Olin Dahlstrom, Heads Athletics Award. Carla Denkema, Triple Colors. Blanca Grobelar, Heads Academics Award. Derek Harrison, Heads Academics Award. Dylan Kruger, Heads Academics Award. Justin Liu, Heads Arts Award. Eric Long, Triple Colors. Annika Maj, Heads Academics Award, Heads Arts Award. Callum McAllister, Triple Colors, Heads Academics Award. Jack Napier Ganley, Triple Colors, Heads Athletics Award. Hannah Pearl, Heads Academics Award, Heads Arts Award. Adrian Roy, Triple Colors. Olivia Sass, Triple Colors. Abby Sullivan, Heads Athletics Award. Isha Thakar, Triple Colors. Maddie West, Triple Colors. Charles Zhang, Heads Arts Award. And Bonnie Zhang, Triple Colors. Congratulations to those winners, and I now turn it over to Mr. Sullivan to present the grade 12s.
Thank you very much, Ms. Mertlin. And now on to the grade 12s. Callum Blake Courier, Triple Colors, Heads Arts Award, Heads Athletics Award. Kenya Bonkas, Triple Colors, Heads Arts Award. Asia Kopp, Heads Athletics Award. Reese Fogner Ruckus, Triple Colors, Heads Athletics Award. Mauritz Fraby, Triple Colors. Susanna Graham, Triple Colors, Heads Academic Award. Jasleen Gruel, Heads Academic Award. Amelia Hatfield, Heads Academic Award. Ferrari Hahn, Heads Arts Award. Keaton Heisterman, Triple Colors, Heads Academic Award. Jaden Jung, Heads Academic Award. Evan Luxe, Heads Academic Award. Will McDonald, Triple Colors, Heads Academic Award, Heads Athletic Award. Torin Kaiser, Triple Colors. Kayleen Kierstead, Triple Colors. Finley Murdoch, Triple Colors. Yanine Nirami, Heads Arts Award. Brendan O'Farrell, Triple Colors. Liam O'Malley, Triple Colors. Desola Ogunlade, Triple Colors. Ola Demije Olatumbosun, Heads Academic Award. Book Plangsiri, Triple Colors. Quinn Posley, Heads Academic Award. Sarah Richards, Triple Colors, Heads Academic Award, Heads Arts Award. Hugh Rimmer, Heads Arts Award. Graham Robertson, Triple Colors. Hallie Stewart, Triple Colors. Kalila Tang, Heads Arts Award. Jamie Trow, Heads Athletics Award. Addie Wist, Heads Academic Award. Felix Wilson, Heads Arts Award. Jessica Winfield, Triple Colors. And Lin Wu, Heads Arts Award.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. I recently listened to a podcast where the person being interviewed, at age 82, said he regularly asks himself, "What do I need to know that I don't know?" Some might call this lifelong learning. As we introduce these major award winners, you will see that they strive to learn and get better, whether it be in their leadership, service, academics, arts, or athletics, or some combination. I challenge everyone watching to ask themselves that question: what do I need to know that I don't know? And then take action. The major awards begin with our grade 9. The Hogan Memorial Shield is for a grade 9 student whose citizenship is unquestionable and whose leadership potential is couched within a positive personality. There is a lot of positivity in this group of students, so the award is shared between Ty Dahlstrom and Tommy McDonald. Ty has a smile that doesn't quit. He embraces every aspect of life with a determination to do his best, as can be seen in earning a Heads Academic Award. At the same time that he is seeking his own excellence, he is committed to helping his peers. Tommy had the difficult task of arriving at Brentwood having a brother who had just graduated and another in grade 12. So what is a grade 9 student to do? You do what Tommy did. He threw himself into the Brentwood experience and made it his own. His energy on the soccer pitch, fearlessness in air band, and his drive for excellence, as evidenced by his triple colors and Heads Academic Awards, paved the way for a tremendous 3 more years. The Davis Award recognizes the grade 9 student whose impressive academic effort is complemented by a strong co-curricular contribution. Once again, this award is being shared. The winners are Avik Bakshi and Miranda Navarro Perez. Avik not only has an impressive academic record, but also was an outstanding contributor to the junior boys soccer team and added offensive force to the senior boys soccer team as they headed to provincials last fall. He was a fierce competitor in the junior boys basketball program and a developing musician in the music program, earning triple colors this year. Miranda Navarro Perez is also a stellar academic and earned a Heads Athletics Award for her contribution to junior girls volleyball and the junior girls basketball team that became the first one to head to provincials. Unfortunately, we missed seeing her on the soccer pitch this spring. In arts, her positive attitude and leadership within the class stand out as characteristics that will allow her to continue to develop her artistic skills in the years ahead. The Brentwood Trophy is awarded to a grade 10 student with an outstanding degree of selflessness, indicated by a strong desire to serve the community and the school as a whole. This award is also being shared by Anna Draper and Jacob Hart. Anna is recognized for her inclusiveness in class, how she is a role model for others, and the words humility and empathy towards others appeared more than once in descriptions of her. Jacob is considered a go-to person. When something needs to be done, he seems to be right there, ready and willing to help. His teachers speak of how he encourages his classmates and also his inclusiveness. Supportive of others in the musical and on the soccer field, he is a deserving co-recipient of this award. The Mackenzie Award is for the top junior academic in the school. The runners-up for this award were Lucinda Gullison and Will Peary, and the winner is Solen Rios, with an impressive average of 97%. She completed her grade 10 year with 3 final marks of 99%, including AP French. Marks aside, it is Solen's love of learning that has made the greatest impression on her teachers, as well as her ability to collaborate with others, to tackle problems, and have meaningful discussion. The Eaton Family Award is awarded to a student in grade 11 who shows integrity, initiative, and an appreciation for the opportunities provided by the Brentwood College Tripartite Program. The runner-up for this award is Adrian Roy, and the winner is Jack Napier-Ganley. Many of us have seen Jack run across campus from one commitment to the next without complaint or seemingly fatigue. His performance in Spamalot was definitely memorable, all while participating in a competitive basketball season where he earned the Hoshi Trophy. His Triple Colors Award demonstrates that he is a true tripartite student. The Kathleen Bryan Award is awarded to a graduate who, in response to Brentwood, ultimately demonstrates that close, meaningful relationships form the basis for personal growth and development. The runners-up for this award are Bridget Madigan and Peter Quackenbush, and the co-winners are Victoria Delgova and Grace McNeil. It's not surprising that 2 house captains were selected based on the description of this award. Victoria led Mackenzie House with a determination to create unity and inclusivity. Her empathetic and compassionate nature drew many towards her, and she worked to create an atmosphere where everyone felt heard and appreciated. Grace is described by Mrs. Warner as someone who engaged all of the girls in the house to make them feel comfortable in their home away from home. She could often be found hanging out in the common areas of Alex's house during sign-ins, where she would talk to the girls and made a large effort to form meaningful relationships with her housemates. The Michael Apadowitz Memorial Award is presented to a graduate who carries a courageous spirit of adventure and strong self-belief through a wide range of interests. There are co-winners this year, Ray Kondo and Janessa Pong. Ray's courageous spirit was felt through Rogers House as the house captain and the senior boys basketball team. His strong moral compass makes him thoroughly trustworthy, his compassion makes him an ideal friend, and his fierce work ethic makes him a resounding house captain. Janessa's strong self-belief transfers to those around her as she encourages and energizes whomever is in her presence. She was a fiery competitor on the volleyball, basketball, and rugby teams. We will miss her voice on campus, and I don't mean just for her singing. The George Killey Award goes to a graduate whose aesthetic sensibility inspires others, and it is shared this year between Jude Paciorka and Hugh Rimmer. Jude's passion for the arts is seen in the studio and recognized when he won the Jerry Lee Award. Mr. Luna says that he spent many extra hours in the studio and regularly worked beyond the quota assigned to him. He is an accessible example to others of the way creative courage can translate into dignity. Hugh's win of the Butterfield Cup for musical theater is a testament to the impact he has had on that program. How could you not want to do musical theater after seeing his performance in Spamalot? Not only a talented performer, he also was a mentor to more junior members in the cast. The Ken Creer Award is awarded to a graduate whose athletic endeavor inspires others. The runner-up this year is Keaton Heisterman, and the award goes to Juan Navarro Perez. When Juan returned to Brentwood for his grade 11 year, he had transformed himself into a strong and fit student athlete. His dedication to not only his own development, but the support of others with whom he played has been recognized by his coaches and teammates. Even when injured in the soccer season, Juan dressed for the part and came out to every training session and game to encourage his team. Of course, his contribution to the basketball team was also inspiring and earned him the Players Award this year. The Callan Family Award is awarded to two graduates who are loyal, enthusiastic, buoyant citizens, caring of the community, and keen to do well academically, athletically, and artistically. The runner-up for this award is Felix Wilson, and it is being shared by Georgia Guthrie and Desola Ogunlade. Georgia's enthusiasm for life is contagious. Her authenticity allows everyone around her to feel comfortable and valued. Her contribution to the Remembrance Day service is the perfect example of how she cares about our community and is willing to share something of herself for us to be better. Her leadership as Allard House captain also demonstrated her ability to connect with and to serve others. Desola is described by Ms. Hedquist with the statement, "It's hard to believe that Desola's personality can fit inside of her. She is larger than life." Her work leading the grad council this year, even in an atmosphere of distance learning, demonstrates how caring she is. There are many memorable moments from SEC meetings due to her buoyancy. As a Triple Colors winner, she contributes significantly to our tripartite program. Congratulations to the award winners mentioned, and I now ask Mr. Sullivan to continue to present the major awards.
Thank you very much, Ms. Mertlin. And now we'll continue on with our major award winners. First, the Bruce Hicks Public Service Award. This award goes to a student who, through their actions, has done the most to ameliorate the conditions of disadvantaged individuals or groups. The winner is Ash Muller. Ash's house parent, Ms. Chung, states that Ash helped create a diverse, inclusive, and welcoming environment in the house and on campus. They drive to make the school better and more accepting of everyone's diversity and were instrumental in securing a place for Omni on the SEC. Congratulations to Ash. Next is the Peyton Trophy. This trophy is for the outstanding citizen in recognition of a strong contribution to both athletics and arts. This year's runner-up, Jack Peary, and we have two winners, Kenya Bonkus and Will McNeil. Kenya's house parent, Mrs. Warner, described her as a true tripartite student. Kenya's contributions to the academics, arts, and athletics have been noteworthy. Her exceptional athletic and leadership ability was showcased on both the volleyball court and soccer pitch, while her contribution to the arts was inspiring. She is a perfect recipient of this award. Mr. Gage speaks very highly of Will. He has been a rock as our house captain this year. On the rugby field, in the pottery studio, in the classroom, and especially in the house, Will brings an inspiring aura of positivity to all that he does. He is much loved by his Whittle brothers and was an excellent leader all year. Congratulations to Will. Next, the Powell Cup. This award is for a graduate with an outstanding degree of selflessness, indicated by a strong desire to serve the community and the school as a whole. This year, there are two winners, ironically, Reese Fogner-Ruckus and Will McDonald. Reese's house parent had this to say: as assistant head prefect, athletics, Reese's love and commitment to sport were immeasurable. She's an inspiring athlete for all Brentonians to look up to. A 5-year lifer and a daughter of a former house parent, Allard House isn't quite ready to say goodbye to Reese, but all the mermaids, both past and present, feel so fortunate to have had Reese in the house for 18 years. Will McDonald. Will's house parent, Mr. Neufeld, states, Will was a fantastic assistant house captain, and he set high standards for himself in all areas of the school. His infectious, positive spirit will be greatly missed next year. Next award is the Brentonian Shield, for a graduate who has encouraged a love of scholarship through either personal attitude and achievement or assistance to others. The runner-up this year is Jaden Jung, and our winner is Amelia Hatfield. Mrs. Emile spoke about Amelia's contributions to the school. As assistant head prefect academics, she devoted considerable efforts to initiatives such as improving peer tutoring, recognizing scholastic achievement at all assemblies, and hosting evening social events such as Family Feud. In Allard House, she was known to lead with compassion and kindness. Next award is the Holmes Cup. This award is in honor of Major Cuthbert Holmes, co-founder of Brentwood College in Brentwood Bay and governor from 1923 to 1948, and his son, Pip Holmes, governor from 1971 to 2007. This award goes to the graduate whose outstanding citizenship exemplifies care for the school and wider community. We could think of no one else but to award this to Sophia Kahn. Miss Murray believed that the most impressive trait that Sophia brought to her role as Spark captain was her heart. She cares deeply about the well-being of others, and this passion informed and infused everything that she did for Spark this year. According to Mrs. Emile, Sophia's maturity and devotion to making Allard a great house was unwavering throughout the year. Next is the Mary Brooks Law Award, provided by Gwen Davis to parallel the award given to her son Wade Davis, class of 1971, on entering Harvard University. This award is for the graduate who shows promise, strength of character, and personality. The runner-up, Yale Handler. This year we have two winners, Asia Kopp and Quinn Posley. Mrs. Hedquist states, "Holy cow, what a great house captain. Asia has never once sat back and thought her job was done. Her growth mindset is impressive, and she is so humble that she often doesn't see how amazing she is. We have been blessed this year, especially to have Asia running Hope House." I guess she was running it, maybe not Miss Hedquist. Mr. Wismer describes Quinn in the typical Mr. Wismer style. If there was a guy I'd like to be stuck on a desert island with, it would probably be Quinn. Quinn was one of our top academics in this year's grade 12 class and won the top award for acting at the school this year. He'd be a great source of conversation and entertainment on that desert island. As house captain in Ellis, he was much loved, and the boys went to him when they needed help solving problems or just when they needed someone to talk to. Kind words to describe a fine young man. Next is the Butchart Trophy. The Butchart Trophy for the Ducks, or the leading academic student of the senior school. Runners-up, Amelia Hatfield and Quinn Posley. This year's winner, Susanna Graham, with an amazing 97.83% average. According to Mrs. McLean, Susanna did an incredible job as captain of the SAC this year. Her calm demeanor, her superior organizational skills, her energy, and her hard work all gained her the respect of her fellow students. In Allard House, Mrs. Emile greatly appreciated Susanna's ever-pragmatic approach. Susanna organized Big Little Sister events and created many memorable experiences for her fellow mermaids. Next is the T. Gill Bunch Cup. In memory of T. Gill Bunch, faculty member from 1961 to 1993, assistant headmaster from 1966 to 1991, for the graduate who displays, in addition to scholastic and artistic excellence, stability, strength of character, together with a willingness to serve. This year's winner, Ben Rousseau. Mr. Wismer states, as the assistant head prefect of arts, he was a true advocate for immersing himself in art as a way to express who you are and how you feel. In the rare spare time he had in the evenings, Ben could often be found in his room with a flock of young Ellis men talking about life while listening to good jazz. A deep thinker and a true gentleman, Ben will be much missed around the school. Next we have the Andrea Pennells Cup. In honor of Andrea Pennells, faculty 1982 to 2012, assistant headmaster from 1991 to 2000, head of school from 2000 to 2012. This award's for the graduate who exemplifies empathy, compassion, and optimism as a global citizen, steward, and leader of integrity. This year's winner, Sarah Richards. Ms. Chung describes Sarah as a determined, focused, and hardworking. She was a driven person who set her sights on goals and achieved them. Her selflessness was always noticeable, as she would quite often be seen volunteering her time in various areas of the school. Congratulations, Sarah. Next, the Yarrow Shield, provided by Norman Yarrow, a founding governor of Brentwood College in Brentwood Bay, 1923. For a graduate who displays, in addition to scholastic and athletic excellence, stability and strength of character, together with a willingness to serve. This year's winner, Callum Blake Courier. Mr. Neufeld describes Callum. Always optimistic and enthusiastic. As house captain of Privet, he not only fueled the blue blood in our savings, but also was passionate about Privet as an inclusive community that we are proud to call home. A leader in all three areas of the school, from a high-achieving academic to the stage and to the rugby pitch. We will miss Callum. And lastly, before I hand it over to Mr. Patel, the William T. Ross Trophy. In honor of William T. Ross, faculty member from 1962 to 2000, and headmaster from 1976 to 2000. Presented originally by the Appleton family. For a graduate who displays outstanding leadership, stability, and strength of character, together with a willingness to serve. This year's winner, Oladimeji Olatimbosun. Mr. Patel describes Dee Dee in the following way. Dee Dee's strength, commitment, and intestinal fortitude, coupled with positivity, inspiration, and engaging smile, embrace our values of grit and joy. She has passed every leadership test that has come her way, and as a school, we are a better place because of her. As she departs, a hole will be left on our campus, and we can't wait to have her back as a proud old Brentonian. My congratulations to all these major award winners.
The valedictorian is chosen through candidate presentations, followed by a vote by the graduating class. It can be a challenging selection, as the speaker is tasked to be equal parts thankful, reflectful, and entertaining. Since grade 9, this young man has had the capacity to do all three. Brentwood, please welcome the 2020 valedictorian from Rogers House, Kenton Lorian.
Hello, family, friends, faculty, staff, students, grads, and grade 8s. Today I have the honor of representing the graduating class of 2020 on our final day as Brentwood students. It's been a wild past few months in virtual lockdown, and honestly, this was never how I saw myself finishing my high school career. But just as we made the most of Zoom classes, I will make the most of this honor bestowed upon me today. Through all this craziness, we did it. All the challenges, relationships, and late nights have led up to this moment. All the work that we have done, grads, has not gone unnoticed. The graduating class of 2020 is one of great strength, compassion, perseverance, and unrivaled angelic looks. Grads, today marks the beginning of adulthood and the responsibility that comes with it. We survived the ups and downs of adolescence, all the awkward social interactions and hormone-fueled blunders on the MT. Today we leave that all behind and carry the experiences and relationships we made forward to the next chapter of our lives. But we weren't always the impressive, wise senior students we are now. 4 years ago, I arrived at Brentwood as a big-boned, loud, immature boy. I remember saying my goodbyes with my mom on the first day of orientation as she prepared to leave. I walked up to her car to say farewell, and in my head I was screaming, "Don't cry, don't cry. Everyone's looking." My mom started with her goodbyes. Okay, well, her eyes swelling and lip quivering before another word came out. Had to run. I left the old woman in the dust. And from then on, Brentwood, I never looked back. I realized either you're in or you're not. I was in. To make the most of the Brentwood experience, going all in is the best way to maximize the opportunities presented. I don't mean to say I've been an ideal student or even an ideal person, but I have grown tremendously during my time here thanks to my decision to immerse myself in the Brentwood community. Over the years, I've been captivated by the people I met, each person with his or her own story, hailing from a variety of countries around the world and contributing to the richness of my experience at Brentwood. My fellow classmates are some of the most genuine and sincere people I have ever met. And I thank all of you for the lessons you taught me and the good times we shared. From the fun times with the boys dabbling in the room, to sacrificing a single unlucky crab to the sun gods in times of never-ending rain. From the first awkward snowball to the second awkward snowball to the third awkward snowball, you get the point. To jumping so viciously to Miley Cyrus' Party in the USA that the Alex House floor gave way. Or even just chilling in the lounge. Every single chaotic moment lingers in my head as I speak to you all today. In many ways, saying goodbye is bittersweet. I wish we could have spent these last 4 months together, saying our goodbyes in person on this final day. These unprecedented circumstances have helped me appreciate some of Mr. Prokopchuk's wise advice. He said, "Time is your greatest asset." Now, I knew he was right at the time, but his words never resonated as much as they do now. The finite time we endured together at Brentwood was precious, and we owe this experience to the wonderful guidance of the house parents and teachers who have demonstrated a truly unrivaled commitment to the students they serve. Behind the scenes, invaluable support staff have kept the gears of Brentwood's gears turning, looking out for us and remaining integral members of our community along the way. To the dining hall, to laundry services, to the groundskeepers, to many, many more. We thank you for your service. And of course, I would be remiss not to thank the administrative staff and leadership team who continue to oversee the success of our community that will serve students present and future. Last, but certainly not least, here's to my fellow grads. Today we stand before the world with equal potential, heading off to various different university programs around the world. So just like a mama bird must release her chicks into the wild, Papa Patel is pushing us out of the nest. Now comes to the real test where we either fly or fall. And I have no doubt the graduating class of 2020 will soar to unprecedented heights as we leave Brentwood's metaphorical gates. Overcoming the adversity in the past year, William W. Perkey once said, "You've got to dance like there's no one watching, love like you've never been hurt, sing like there's no one listening, and live like it's heaven on earth." So my fellow grads, it's time to take flight and journey to new horizons. I wish you all the best.
One of the most revered and historical trophies on our campus is the Inner House Trophy. Oftentimes, house competitions can even supersede the fervor of battle against other schools. The pride, passion, and loyalty to one's house are foundational in our school. The Inner House standings are ranked this way. From fourth place at 156 points, third place at 174 points, second place 180, and the winning house 201. In fourth place, Allard Rogers. In third place, Alex Whittle. In second place, Hope Privet. And the winning house team again is Mac Ellis. Congratulations, Mac Ellis, and to all the houses. At this stage in our ceremony, I would normally invite this year's SEC to join me on stage to pass the torch to next year's leaders. Clearly that can't happen today. However, all of them have sent in a congratulatory video message that will come on after announcing next year's appointments. Also, if I have it, I will hold up the Passover trinket and will, in September, hand those keepsakes to next year's leaders. Before we do this, our head prefect and 3 assistant head prefects, as their final act, want to share with you a special music presentation. Over to you, Dee Dee, Amelia, Ben, and Reese.
Can't you see that it's just COVID? There ain't no need to go outside. Baby, you hardly even notice when I try to show you this song is meant to keep you from doing what you're supposed to. Waking up for classes, missing Wednesday sleeping, making banana pancakes. Glad we have a full weekend now. We can wear sweatpants all the time. Can't you see that it's just COVID? There ain't no need to go outside. Just maybe like a ukulele. Oh, I miss my babies. Really don't mind the juniors, cause now I miss my ladies. Lady, love me, cause I love to lay you lazy. We could open the curtains, smiling at the world outside. We could be smiling all the time. Can't you see that it's just COVID? There ain't no need to go outside. Ain't no need, ain't no need. Can't you see, can't you see? Screen all day, I don't mind. Zoom's ringing, singing, ringing. It's too early, but I pick up. Well, we need to. We got everything we need right here, and everything we need is enough. Just so easy when the whole staff works inside of your homes. We really need to stay together in our time zones. Thank you so. Thank you so. Baby, you hardly even notice when I try to show you this song is meant to keep ya doing what you're supposed to. Waking up for classes, missing Wednesday sleeping, making banana pancakes. Thankful for our weekend now. We can wear sweatpants all the time. Can't you see that it's just COVID? Ain't no need to go outside. Ain't no need, ain't no need. Zoom all day now, really don't mind. Can't you see, can't you see? Can't you see, can't you see? Thank you so. Wake up slow.
What a talented group. This year's group of 16 SEC members were tested to the joys of welcoming new students, to the fires of maintaining our school's positive spirit through COVID-19. I have learned a great deal from them, and I ask you to join me in thanking them. As tradition dictates, the final act of our closing ceremonies is the announcement of next year's Student Executive Committee that is made up of the head prefect, assistant head prefects for academics, arts, and athletics, and ex officio members from the Brentwood Environmental Action Team, the BEAT, Student Activities Committee, SAC, Service Peer Assistance Resource Counseling, SPARC, Graduation President, and for next year, open-minded, non-discriminatory individuals, Omni, and of course, our 8 house captains. Beginning in April, we invited grade 11 students to apply for leadership roles. Once endorsed by their house parents, the students and faculty were polled. Senior leaders, including house parents, reviewed the data and recommendations were made to my office. I applaud those that took the courageous step of putting up their hands when asked to serve their school. In a few moments, the graduating class of 2021 will humbly accept the torch that is passed on by this year's grads. And in advance, I thank all candidates for their leadership. Di Manu in Manu. As a reminder, after I announce the name of next year's SEC member, a congratulatory video from your opposite number from this year will play. At this time, I am honored to announce next year's SEC members. The Omni captain for next year is Sierra Lee.
I want to congratulate you, Kiara, on getting Omni Captain. I know you're going to do amazing things, and I know you're so trustworthy, and you're going to be an amazing leader at Brentwood. And I hope that Omni will continue to grow and prosper through your leadership.
The beat captain for next year is Adrian Roy.
Congratulations, Adrian. I wish you all the best for your upcoming year as beat captain. And I know that your passion and your enthusiasm will take you to great places, both in this position and beyond. So best of luck, and I know that you will do yourself and the school proud.
The grad president for next year is Jocelyn Perkovich.
Hi Jocelyn, congratulations on being next year's grad pres. I'm so excited that I get to pass this torch down to you. I wish I could be there and give you a huge hug for this momentous occasion, but I pinky promise I will one day. Your hard work has led you so far, and I'm excited to see what you do with it next year. So have a good summer, because the journey is just beginning.
The SAC captain is Olivia Sass.
Olivia, congratulations on being the new SAC captain. I know your positive attitude and your work ethic is going to serve you so well in leadership, and I'm so excited to see how you do next year.
The Spark captain is Dylan Kruger.
Congratulations, Dylan. I am so excited for you. I am so happy for you. Spark is so lucky to have you leading it next year. Good luck. Enjoy every minute of it.
The Alex House captain next year is Alice Smith.
Congratulations, Alice. I'm so proud of you. From day one, you've been so enthusiastic about Alex House, a friend to everyone, and I know you'll be an amazing leader. I'm so excited for you, and Alex House is lucky to have you next year. Good luck.
The Allard House captain for next year is Alice Hill.
Congratulations, Alice, on being selected to be our Allard House captain this upcoming year. I'm so proud of the woman that you've become, and I know you're going to be an amazing leader for the girls. And don't forget that you have the full support of the house behind you, so congratulations.
The Ellis House captain for next year is Eric Long.
Eric, congratulations. You're house captain. It can take a lot of work, but I know you're perfectly cut out for the job. Ellis House is real lucky to have you next year. I wish I could see it. I'm proud of you, Eric. Good job.
The captain of Hope House next year is Nicole Little.
Nicole, what? This is so cool. It is my honor to pass you the torch to be the Hope House captain next year. I wish you all the best, but I know you're going to do so great. Well done, and big virtual hugs from me to you.
The Mackenzie House captain for next year is Sydney Howe.
Congratulations, Sydney. I'm so proud of you. Unfortunately, I can't be there to give you a hug and the frog statue, but I know that the house is in amazing hands and you're going to do great things.
The Privet House captain for next year is Ben Zenner.
Hey, congratulations, Ben. I'm so proud of you, and you're going to make a fantastic leader in the house and around the school next year. I'm truly stoked to be passing the role of house captain down to you, and wish you all the best. Remember, keep that wild Privet energy alive, keep those juniors in line, and bleed blue forever.
Rogers House captain for next year is Santino Gulino.
Sup, Santino? Congratulations, man. You're the next Rogers House captain. I am so proud of you, and I know you're gonna nail it. So, no stress. Just be you, and it's gonna be a great year next year, man.
Whittle House captain for next year is Tarek Ansari.
Congrats, Tarek. I'm so proud of you, and I know you're going to do amazing as a leader next year. You're going to do great things in the house, and the boys are going to love you. Try your best to keep the boys and Mr. Gage in line, and just enjoy it.
Assistant head prefect for athletics is Abigail Sullivan.
Congratulations, Abby, on getting assistant head prefect of athletics. You are going to do great things next year in this position, and I'm super proud of you. Congratulations.
Assistant head prefects for arts is Sloan Jesse.
Congratulations, Sloan. Your passion and contributions to the arts have given you a strong presence in the Brentwood community, and we all look forward to seeing you strive in the following year.
The assistant head prefect for academics next year is Mahir Arora.
Congratulations, Maher! You'll make an amazing academic prefect, and I'm so excited to see all of the incredible things that you accomplished this year. It's a wonderful role, and you'll do amazing. Good luck.
And the head prefect for 2020-21 is Jack Napier-Ganley.
Jack! I'm so excited for you. This is such a major accomplishment, and we'll talk about the rest of it later, but sit back, relax, savor the moment, pat yourself on the back, because you totally deserve it.
Immediately following the closing ceremonies, I would like to quickly meet with the new 2020-21 SEC members. Because we can't meet in person, meeting details will be sent to you directly via email. Please check those. Thank you for attending this year's closing ceremonies, and congratulations to all the worthy recipients of major awards and leadership roles. As head, I officially close the 2019-20 school year. Until we meet again in September, farewell from Brentwood College School.